Aloha again from Maui, Hawaii. Chartingwealth.com bringing you our review for Friday, the 22nd of September. Fascinating what's going on the charts. We see for the day on Thursday, the S&P 500 down 0.27%. The Qs, the NASDAQ 100, down even more, 0.61%. TLT, that is the 20-year bonds, down, everything down. Gold down the most, 0.76%. Now, let's jump right into things. What do we see going on with the S&P 500? We are entering into our fourth week of up movement as far as the the weekly chart goes, but what's fascinating is we look at the week that ended the 15th of September and the week that will be ending on Friday the 22nd. So far as the close of the market on Thursday, we're still within the up move over the course. The high on the last week, ending Friday the 15th, was $252.32. And we've had a high through this week of $250.19. So we're really slipping sideways. Don't yet have a weekly vertical crossover going up. Could happen on Friday. The derivative oscillator still in the negative, so we'll see how the market goes. But again, down 0.27%. We dig in a little deeper. See going on the two-day chart. We again can see that sideways slide as it started sliding on the two-day candle. Excuse me, all the way back on the two-day candle on Thursday, the 14th of September. And of course, this latest two-day candle is tending down again. It is merely the first day of the latest two-day candle, which will finish drawing on Friday at the same time that the weekly chart ends. So again, still positive, has gone flat on the price percent oscillator, still positive on the derivative oscillator. Let's look a little deeper into the 4-hour chart where you'll really see the sideways slide. It has really been sliding sideways all the way back on that chart until the 12th, Tuesday the 12th. You can really see how things have slidden sideways, tending down. 4-hour chart, still in a confirmed down move, has never gone above since it flipped over back on the 15th. Isn't that interesting? Even with some up movement, again, all that up movement contained totally within the down candle back on the Friday the 15th in the morning. So we'll continue to watch the way these markets are sorting out. Don't have any trades at this point, just watching. And again, we're in the end times for the summertime trading zone. Of course, it will end at the end of September. October 1 is the start of the fall-winter trading zone. Also is the close of our current quarter. And those of you following us on as far as the trainings we've done on the quarterly chart, for all those folks, we're going to give you a special training when we close out that quarterly candle. Okay, back to the charts. What do you see going on? Qs down 0.61%. Qs has never, again, it has been, it's never crossed over all this time. Actually, the weekly vertical crossover occurred on the Qs all the way back in June. Down for 4 weeks, up for about 3 weeks, down for 4 weeks, up for 3 weeks. And then this latest, we have a spinning top, a red spinning top. So again, and the PPO the price percent oscillator has accelerated down, and the derivative oscillator so far this week has accelerated down. As we dig a little deeper on that two-day chart, what do we see? We see it dropping off precipitously, and of course, we have had a crossover going down. Well, it looks like it's getting there. We will finish drawing that on Friday to see if it actually is locked in, since it's only the first day of the two-day candle. I know we're doing this a little bit premature, but let's see how it does end up on Friday, if indeed there's another down day, and if that crossover continues. Again, remember, we don't call it officially until that candle is actually finished drawing. And two-day candles don't finish drawing until 2 days are up. Weekly candles after a week. 4-hour candles after each 4 hours. What do we see going on the Qs? Crossed over going down on that 4-hour chart all the way back in the afternoon on Thursday the 14th, slid sideways and then started dropping off. Remember, the Qs is the NASDAQ 100, the tech stock. So we'll keep you posted as to what we see occurring. And when we have proper setups occurring. We don't have a down trade on the Qs until that is official on the 2-day chart, and we have a rollback on the 4-hour chart. We'll keep you posted. Now let's go to TLT, the 20-year bond fund, getting closer and closer to crossing over, going down on the weekly chart. Hasn't happened yet. Derivative oscillator still in the positive. Price percent oscillator still technically in the positive. Maybe that'll happen on Friday. Lots of down movement so far on the first day of the latest 2-day candle on the 21st after those 5 weeks of beautiful run-up and beautiful profits for those of you who jumped into that virtual trade. As we look at the 2-day chart, we can see, of course, big down moves, but the latest 2-day candle has broken that gorgeous trend line. It's actually closed above it. But the derivative oscillators continue to move in the negative and the price percent oscillator. But an interesting little quirk there. Let's just see how that continues to play itself out. And what do we see on the 4-hour chart? You can see the big tanking drop-off that occurred on the morning of the 11th of September. Dropped off for several days, flattened out a little bit, and then dropped again, and now is sliding sideways. So we'll see how much longer that occurs and if there's enough of a drop to pull that weekly chart over. Those of you who have subscribed to our texting service, and again, you do that by texting the word Charting Wealth to the number 33222. All the instructions are available for you. If you subscribe to our daily market review at chartingwealth.com, cost you nothing. And of course, what do we give you? We give you the daily market worksheet, weekly market worksheet, trade worksheet, access to the video, how to read a stock chart for free, in addition to the layout that we use at freestockcharts.com, which is what we record the show on every single day. That's where we are on TLT. We may have a weekly vertical crossover at the end of the week. We'll let you know on our comprehensive review and forecast. What do we see going on gold? Got a big down candle forming so far for the week on gold. Still in the positive, however, hasn't crossed over yet. Doesn't look like that's going to happen this week. We look at the 2-day chart. What do we see? First day of the latest 2-day candle. We got a nice trend line going, connecting pretty much 3 candles. Huge downward momentum in the derivative oscillator. And of course, we have that 2-day crossover going down, back on the candle ending on Wednesday the 20th. If we look at the 4-hour chart, what do we see? We see on that 4-hour chart, again, crossover going down on the 11th of September and just continuing to track down. Do pay attention to the green candle. Those of you who are trading just the 4-hour chart, the only chart that we actually can trade because it's so damned accurate. Most of the time, again, we give you a warning typically at the end of the year, end of December, last 2 weeks or so, beginning of January, 4-hour chart doesn't work. The rest of the time, it can be a total trading chart. It's particularly beautiful when you are trading in the direction of the 2-day and the weekly. Doesn't always happen. You don't always have to have it on this 4-hour chart on gold. Just amazing, that gold chart. I know we get a lot of compliments from you on that. We found it. It works on the 4-hour. It's beautiful. If you find other time periods on any of the charts that we review that work time and time again, share those with us. We'll share it with the whole group. God bless you guys. Again, having a great time in Maui. Thank you for your patience. We know we're getting these out a little later. Hell, we're 6 hours behind you. So we're doing all we can. Thank you so much. Appreciate your patience. God bless from the entire team here at chartingwealth.com.